Children, welcome back to our English classroom. Again, this is Shilpa ma'am with you with your next part, the reported speech or direct and indirect speech. I hope I'm not keeping you in trouble. Be relaxed and listen to class, then you will understand. Okay, so I want to talk to you more. Let's enter to the session. Children, next fourth rule, that's adjectives, adverbs and adverbial phrases of time change as follows. What are the changes will take place when we are expressing the times? Okay, so let us see what are the changes will happen when we are transforming the statement from direct to indirect speech of their times. Okay, so direct and indirect speech. So you can see two columns over here. The first one is direct and the second one is indirect speech. Okay, so the changes that occur, that you can see, this become that, these become those, here become there, hereafter, thereafter, now, then, today, that day, tonight, that night, yesterday, the day before or previous day, a day before yesterday, 2 days before, tomorrow, the next day or the following day, the day after tomorrow, in 2 days' time, the next week or year, the following week or year, last week or year, the previous week or previous year, a year ago, a year before, thus, so. This is very easy to understand, but we need to know how to apply these adverbial phrases, adverbs and adjective in the sentences. She said, I wrote to him the day before yesterday. So we need to take care of the reporting verb and the tense structure and adverbial, adjective and adverbial phrases of time. Okay, so how to transform the statement to indirect speech? That's the question. Let's see. She said that. Okay, now you will have the doubt why Shilpa ma'am doesn't use the tall, because there is no object of the reporting verb. That's why we can use the reporting verb itself. Okay, then the next one is normal conjugation or the conjunction I used over here. The next one is I wrote to him. We need to take care of the tense structure. So I wrote, that is in the simple past. So simple past changed to past perfect. So what is structure of past perfect? Subject plus had plus we3. Look at the board. I is the first person changed to the third person. So she had written. She had written to him. Okay, written to him 2 days before. Okay, she said that she had written to him 2 days before. So this is the way how do you want to transform from direct to indirect in the case of adjective, adverb and adverbial phrase of time. Next one, it is not the rule, but you have to keep it in your mind. It's a type of rule. Come, change to go. What will happen? Come, change to go. But in the case of the statement, if the reporter of the statement is first person, it remains unchanged. Okay, so come, same as, it remains unchanged if the reporter is the first person. So look at the statement over here, that is come is changed to go, but it remains unchanged if the reporter is the first person. As we already know the first person, second person and third person. Okay, I'm going to give you the example. Listen very carefully. He said to me, you should come to me tomorrow. He said to me. Who is the reporter over here? Yes, obviously, that's the third person. He. So, it will change to go. So let us try to transform the statement. He. So object of the reporting verb already over here. So what we want to use, instead of said to me, we need to use told me. Okay. He told me that, normal conjunction, you should. Second person change to I should, because me has come. So I should come to me. If the reporter of the statement takes either second or third person, come change to go. So I should go to him next day. Now do you understand how to transform this kind of statement into indirect speech? Look at the next statement. I said to him. Who is the reporter over here? That's the first person. If the reporter of the statement is the first person, it remains unchanged. Okay? Come never change to go. Okay? I said to him, you can come to me at any time. So, are you ready to transform the statement? Then come, let's try to. I said to him, I told him that, okay, I told him what? You can come to me means he. The second person changed to third person. He could come to me at any time. So there is no change. There is no change of come, because the reporter of the statement is I. That's the first person. Okay. Now do you understand the difference between these two statements? I applied come and go. So feel the difference. Children, next we are going to enter to the changing quotients into indirect speech. So as we all know that 5 W's and 1 H. Okay. So let's discuss about this. When, where, which, why, who, what, where. Okay. So let's discuss about changing questions into indirect speech. Questions are changed to indirect speech. You may have to use one of the following reporting verbs. Okay. So you can see the first one is asked. Which one? Asked. You can use asked. Second one is inquired. Okay. Third one is demanded. And the fourth one is wanted to know. So you can use any one of the following reporting verb whenever you are trying to transform the statement from direct to indirect in the case of quotient part. Okay, then let's go and discuss the statement. Now I write one sentence on the board. Cyril said, just for an example, okay, Cyril said, who can help me? In the case of WH, means in the case of questioning part, when you try to transform the statement into indirect speech, normally we are using the connective or the conjugation or the conjunction that. But in the case of asking questions, when you transform the statement, you are not supposed to use any connective. Okay, instead of the connective, you have to use WH part. So, Cyril said, there is no object of the reporting verb. So, you can use Cyril said, who, the same I am writing. Who could, can change to could. Who could help him? For example, I am going to keep on over here. So, try to transform the statement along with me. Okay, are you ready? Then come. How old is the bride? Father asked. Actually, what the father wanted to know, how old is the bride? So let's try to transform. Father wanted to know, yes, how old the bride was. Finished. Okay, father wanted to know how old the bride was. Next one is in the case of direct speech. If the speech part starts with an auxiliary verb, the connective if or whether you have to use instead of that. If the speech part, or in the case of direct speech, it starts with an auxiliary verb, what do you want to use? The connective if or whether you can use. Let's see the statement, then only you will understand. Okay, look at the statement. Sita said to me, will you give me your pen for a few seconds? Okay, so we are going to transfer the statement. You may please listen very carefully, otherwise nothing can be understood. Okay, so Sita said to me, this is an asking question, so you have to use only the reporting verbs asked, inquired or wanted to know. Okay, so you can use Sita asked me. We are not using any conjunction, so you have to use whether or if. Next is the transformation that you need to take care. Whether or if. Will you give me your pen? Will you give me your pen? So in the case of auxiliary part, so the auxiliary verb will come at the second in the case of indirect speech. So will you means I would. Okay, I would give me your pen for a second. I would give her my pen for a few seconds. Listen, Sita asked me what she asked. Whether or if. Any one you can use. Okay, whether I would give her my pen for a few seconds. Okay, so try to understand the changes happening in between the first person to third person. Okay, and second person to third person. Okay. Okay, next we are going to discuss about in the case of an imperative statement. As we all know, imperative statement, yes, command, request, orders. Okay, so in the case of an imperative statement, whenever you are transforming the statement from direct to indirect, the reporting verb should be suggested, then forbade, commanded, asked, pleaded, requested. Okay, followed by objects, personal objects, then to infinitive, then you have to transform the statement into indirect speech. Okay, now let's see the statement, then only you will understand. He said, sit down. What? He said, sit down. He asked me to sit down. Okay, I'll give you one more example. She said, shut the door. She asked me to shut the door. I tell you. So you have to use the reporting verb followed by the personal objects. Okay. Then to infinitive. Then you have to use the indirect speech. Okay. Now do you understand? I'll give you more example in the case of imperative statement. Next one is, he said to me, let me go. He requested. Let me go means let me go. Requested. It's a kind of request. He requested to. Next one is in the case of a request. Okay, so he said to me, let me go. So this is a kind of a request. So how to change this statement into indirect? He requested me to let him go. Okay, I hope you understand the imperative case. Okay, hope you understand what are things we have discussed before and what we discussed today. Okay, so you should not forget about the first person, second person and third person, and reporting verb, then connective. Okay, so we discussed about all the rules and regulations. What are things we need to take care of while transforming the statement from direct to indirect. Okay, so I covered the module based on your page number 42 in your textbook. Okay, working with language, reported speech. Okay, so after this, what you want to do, you have to go through page number 43 in your textbook. There you can see some exercises. Try to transform the statement from direct to indirect. What are things it has given here, everything we covered. So don't forget the first person, second person and third person, subject, verb and object, connective and the transformation. This will help you in the future also. So this is time to wind up the session. Till then, bye.